Hello and welcome back to Rome Total Realism, Imperium Surrectum. I want to talk about the legions of Rome and where they find themselves now during the First Punic War. Our first legion that originally conquered Syracuse was severely depleted, sent back to Rome, rebuilt, and has just arrived in Corsica. Sorry, I think this one's Sardinia. Corsica's that one. But we're going to conquer both of them. There's a boat right behind us carrying elephants to speed that up. Our second legion originally conquered Carthage, Utica, all of this. Only stacks have arrived, stacks on stacks, and there's more in the desert. There's at least 3 right now. We can't hold this, so we're not trying to. We're letting it rebel. If we can reconquer it with the garrisons because they forget to take over like this guy did, we'll do that and exterminate them again. Speaking of, we should fully destroy every building here, as this is no longer something I believe I can hold for even a moment. I will leave my happiness buildings, I suppose. But anything that's making money, it's not making money for me. They're rioting. They're not doing anything. We've already done that in Hippo. The second legion, what's left of it, is here. We've pushed past this. We can't possibly stop these armies, so instead we're diving through their territory, razing everything to the ground in an attempt to distract them. Lucius Cornelius Scipio is 55. He'll be dead within the decade, so if we lose him in this stack, it sucks. But right now, their job is to do as much as they can to prevent these units from making it to Carthage and Utica. They can also make a lot of money for Rome by razing a city to the ground every single turn. The third legion is the only one that is not in the Punic theater of war. They are in Cisalpine Gaul. Right now, they're split halfway here and halfway there. That way, whichever side is attacked, the other one can rally to their defense. Their general has abandoned them, hired mercenaries, and gone north to Atria to conquer it on his own. Wherever this goes, a new general is on his way, Publilius Cornelius Scipio. Not quite the war he's supposed to be in, but at age 23, already incredible, he's going to take over one of these stacks and save the other. And between these two movements, the legion will eventually reunite, and the boy tribe will be destroyed. Like Corsica and Sardinia, I intend to hold Cisalpine Gaul. It's not a scorched earth nightmare like what's happening in northern Africa. And the fourth legion is not yet here. Right now, you can see we're building a few Principes in Rome, we're building a singular Principe in Capua, and a boat is on its way back with a completely decimated legion. Decimated is technically losing 1/10 of your soldiers. This is more like 7/8-imated. So once this all gets retrained, gets 4 more units of Principes, it's going directly back to northern Africa to start stack wiping these armies. Someone has to do it. That's going to be the 4th Legion's job. They might need more than what they currently have available. And let's get into the infrastructure problems I've had. Actually, let's talk about the 5th Legion. They aren't here yet, but you saw a glimpse of them. It's these Lucanian infantry. They're trash units, but I forgot to build garrison units. So I'm being forced to garrison with elite Principes that should be anywhere else doing anything else. So for the 4th Legion, I'm gonna make garrison units, ship them out to Sicily and to northern Africa, swap them out for the Principes, bring those back, and then just introduce more actual Legion units from Rome and Capua, rebuild that into a proper 5th Legion. And in the 5th Legion onward, we're gonna make a change. Here, we're gonna build Roman recruitment and militia barracks in Neapolis. That will allow them, in 9 turns, to start building Lucanian infantry, which will be getting shipped out with every Legion from here on forward, so that we can actually garrison our lands without giving up our army. The biggest problem we've run into is that we built an army of Principes and Equites and nothing else, and that does not include garrison units, and I cannot build garrisons in foreign lands. Additionally, because it's Principes, looking at the recruitment building, you can see that I need tier 3 barracks and colony, whereas Astadi would only need tier 2 barracks and colony. If I did this again, you can bet I'd be sending out armies of like 10 Astadi to 5 Equites to 5 Lucanian infantry, and those armies would be tremendously better because they're cheaper, I can field more of them, they're easier to rebuild in foreign lands, they have garrison units that are not bankrupting me to leave behind. I could have done this much better. I didn't, here we are, so let's do our best to correct our mistakes going forward. And with that recap done, I believe the turn was pretty much completely over. There was nothing left to do other than see what happens when we press this button. Carthage went through instantly. We didn't see them do anything. The Massili don't understand what's going on around them. They seem a little bit drunk. Let's go kill them real quick, I guess. As always, I like my infantry formation a little bit tighter than it will give me by default, so we slide them together. Group them, lock them, guard and free fire. Skirmishers in the back. Archers behind that. And there's no reason that both of you can't join into this formation. And let's do this, make sure it actually works. General and Cav off to the side. one forward.
Reinforcements in a pathetic attempt to save themselves.
Get to there. General and Cav swing off to the side. This army was pathetic, right? It was like 2 trash units of infantry, Numidian Royal Cavalry, and I think the rest is Massilian Royal Bodyguards, Numidian Cavalry. Oh, the other one was the infantry. This is all Cav. Very weird. That must be why they think they can fight me. Stop there. Pull back, because we're not going as far forward as we thought since they're coming to meet us.
General, cavalry.
I'm gonna swing all of this over. It looks like they're trying to circle around, and I don't want that to happen. As they get within range of the Brincopes, it's gonna start going very, very poorly for them. Let me just real quick get information about enemy units. Not ranged. The other one on the far left is ranged, but not much of it. It's just basic Numidian cavalry as well. Yeah, so I'm gonna let them do their dumb plan of slowly walking up to my Brincopes. Yeah, it went fucking terribly for them. There. Swing out on the Cav. Here.
This is no way for a leader to behave.
Go for this one since that's not joining their king. Not their king. It's somebody. Somebody's definitely dead.
His men know their doom.
All of you dogpile this Royal Cav. Actually, both of you just pull this way. You're done. Turn off fire at will. Don't get involved. Unsurprisingly, the Brincopes won in this pitch battle against nothing. Really? All right, folks, you come out this way, rock on your right flank.
God be praised.
There we go, perfect.
The enemy's hearts
How's this going?
Full of fear, and now they flee.
General, you can come back. Numidian Cav, you know what your job is. Run them down. I think that stack wiped. I'll just bring them back now. They have Numidian Javelin Men and 2 units of light infantry. That's going to be very sad. Hey, by the way, Numidian Cav, you're gonna go first so that when the arrows come in, the general doesn't eat them. Run out to here. And both of you charge that. I think this is as far forward as we can realistically get, but it's still plenty far forward. And this is just going to die pretty horribly, I think. Do you guys have spears? Is that what's happening? Or javelins, rather? They do. That's sort of what I figured was happening. Anyway, it's not going great for these javelin men. Cool, now that you've done that, back off. Don't eat the javelins. If they're stuck in the skirmish phase with us, it's nothing but good for us. I'm gonna let it happen. They rallied, but they're trash at this point. You guys just cut over to this side. Charge, charge, charge. 2 on the right, charge. Archers move forward. You guys just stop participating. Oh wait, that wasn't the archers. I meant the other group stopped participating. All right, this is going to be very bad for that unit. Yep.
General flees. Press forward so the spirit of his army is broken.
That sure was a cinematic camera.
Gods be praised. The enemy general is killed. Fear makes a home in our enemy's hearts.
All right, I think this is going to be a stack wipe without running any of that down. Definitely. Yeah.
Gods be praised.
Cool. That's the stack wiped. Remember to tell everyone else in Numidia what happened here, okay, guys? It's important that they understand how bad it is to be at war with Rome. Clear victory. I lost 100. They lost 500. Seems like a good deal. And there sure are a lot of Massilia units running around over there. Anyway, exterminate.
Settlement captured.
Now, I could go down and right to continue burning stuff, but I'm gonna go left instead, because down and right's where all the units are at. It seemed terrifying over there. Wait, where'd that boy unit go? It's up here now? What sense does that make?
Sir.
Anyway, this should be an easy siege. One second, before I forget about it. Let's figure out what we're doing here. That involves moving the spy first, wherever the spy is.
Your Honor.
He's not really able to make it to the coastline, is he?
Moving.
Anyway, let's tear down every single building in Cirta, because we're not holding this. Turns out they have a unique building. The Great Tomb of the Numidian Nobles that I cannot touch. Neat. Anyway, we're gonna leave now. We don't want to be here. This place is a death sentence. Oh, wait, I got. They tricked me. By letting me take the town between turns, I'm not able to get double movement this turn. Oh, well. I'll hide in the trees. This spy feels like he's in the right neighborhood. It feels like he should be where he is. This other spy's gonna try to scout the way for my tiny little army. We're gonna keep trying to build Italic colonies in Carthage so that it can start recruiting, or retraining, more importantly. Neapolis is working on recruiting garrison units. Syracuse needs to keep working on colonies so it can start actually retraining units as well. We're gonna drop off this elephant. Oh, I see this city didn't want to be a part of Carthage anyway. Alright, we're gonna just maintain that for a second like the other siege. This unit of Principes works towards Rome. This unit of boats and depleted legionnaires comes towards Rome. Next turn, they all get there. They all get retrained. Now we start working on Lucanian infantry. Let's go find that one diplomat. Still lived a long and prosperous life. He's 59. He might not make it to Parthia, but he's done more than enough. Not sure I'll get a single dollar out of trade with Parthia and Bactria, but we're going to try for it. Batavium also looks easy to conquer, and it's not like I'm afraid to go to war with barbarians, or anyone else for that matter. Right, we should see if we can build anything important in Rome. It looks like the answer is no, unfortunately. We can build the sewers to grow faster. And we have money floating because of all the stuff we've been raising to the ground. That's basically our entire income right now, is just cruelty. Do I think this can be held with smaller units? I mean, like, I know the answer is no, don't I? If I leave behind the 67, it just instantly riots. It's surprisingly close to okay. What about leaving behind this 81? It is surprisingly exactly as bad as I thought it would be. I can let them rebel, though, and just come back later to take the land again. And I think that's the right call. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let them rebel. I'm going to use this army to take these rebel settlements to consolidate my land. There's like 1, 2, 3 rebels here. I'm going to do it on the way back to Rome to retrain them. And these Principes can do the same thing that happened down in Numidia, where when it rebels, I'll just retake the land. It's fine. It's not a problem. In which case, crank the tax to max so that we can squeeze all the money out of it as possible in the moments before it rebels, which I should have been doing in all these other territories too. I've just been forgetting to do it. All right, easy sieges. Let's get through them. There are 2 guys here. Balance of power. Victory seems certain. Let's see if I actually have to fight it. Come on, let me leave. 6 deaths. Thanks. That's better than I could even have done.
Victory and glory!
Do I need to exterminate, or can I start enslaving? I think I'm able to enslave this, but I'm not going to. I'm not taking the risk. And this is never recruiting anything. All these buildings need to go. Set this to rebuild that. Build a shrine to Saturn. Coming over to units. Yeah, of course there's not anything here designed to garrison. Why would there be? Cornelius, you're going to need to stay behind. How do they feel about that? Not great. Not surprised to hear it, to be honest. We're going to leave behind our, like, most depleted, but let's be honest, not depleted at all unit of Principes. You lost an elephant archer, you fools. Alright, so that's this settlement handled. Wait a second, at low tax, I can probably keep it, right? Yeah, we're gonna do low tax instead, for sure.
Yes, Captain.
We drop off on the next shore, and immediately conquer them with these African elephants as well. We get auto-resolve, I hope. 0 casualties, I can take that. Exterminate. I don't really want to leave behind another general here. I'm gonna try to leave behind... Oh, we're out of movement entirely. Wait, who's out of movement? Oh, the elephants are. That may as well be everyone. Wait, does this have walls? That doesn't have walls. Yeah, we can just go there right now. You got cool-ass archers. Are they good? Missile attack 11, missile range 130. That looks pretty normal to me, but it's still cool to see. I can't close this. Minimize details. I literally can't close this menu. The mercenary Sardinian archers have beat me. End turn. I can't end turn either. Shift enter. I literally have to alt F4. I'm just trapped. And then we go back to this fight and we see how it goes for real this time. Pretty sure I have to fight this manually. At 689 men, there's no way auto-resolve lets me, right? 72 deaths. You didn't kill all my elephants, did you? Oh, I didn't even have elephants. You can't have killed them. I'll take that. They're at such low population that 71 Principes is a valid garrison. I can actually crank the taxes. Nice. They have no buildings. Like, literally none. They just have native culture italic, nothing else. Crazy. I can have a general move a little bit faster to keep this place from rioting this turn. So I thought. Low taxes, there we go. Repair this, I need to destroy their military buildings again. And introduce them to some real gods. Okay, so that's Corsica done. Now we can start moving down to Sardinia and finishing off the rest of that. 3 settlements in 1 turn. This army's doing good work. Like the elephants make it. Which is what you expect out of an army with elephants, really. We have another siege to handle here. 2 family members and a unit of slingers. Is that what you had? Why are they so big? Oh, wait, they're not actually cavalry. That's why they're so big. Yeah, 4952 sounds terrifying, but these are foot soldier generals. What's my army here? Skirmishers, a spear warband, light cav, Celtic cav. They're a better general than me. I think we can still do it. Okay, it looks like I've got the AI's attention. Good. They all vanished for a second. Don't worry about that. What I want is to run this around and get on the point as they walk off of it to distract some of them. All right, those are slings. Let's back off. I want these slingers separated, and the only way that's going to happen is with some silliness involving my cavalry. Okay, let's see what happens when I run my jab cav onto the point here. Because we might just win the fight without fighting them. We also might split them up very meaningfully. Is everything turning around? It doesn't matter if everything's turning around. What matters is the Celtic slingers are alone. You guys, get on the other side of the point where your pathfinding is going to work before they get to you, please. And my infantry and skirmishers can start running back forward in this direction. You guys okay? Are you making it around the rock? I know it's very complicated. I'm gonna give you another command. You seem to have forgotten to fucking leave. It's very important. The Celtic slingers are gonna get destroyed by my general and the other unit of cavalry I have. Routed instantly, time to run them down. Perfect. Keep going, you're not safe yet. The slingers should just all be dead, right? Yeah, good. That's me with clear range superiority now. Are you almost in range to throw more javelins? Just scoot backwards a tiny bit. Are you guys actually failing to run down all of them? Fucking seriously, please. It's very important. Oh, that's so frustrating. All right, cool. They still have range superiority then. Oh, wait, the skirmishers are coming back out for some reason. Whose fucking horses are these? General, what are you doing? You know what? Fine, you can take them. All right. All right, we're emptying some more javelins into these units. We're doing everything on our cavalry first. Now that that's done, we're going to do the same thing over here. All right, cool. So all of our cavalry have emptied their javelins. Putting my general with the weaker cavalry. We still have 100 general spearmen is the slight issue I'm facing. I can stand inside the standing stones, which seems really cool. I don't know if it's gonna be a good idea, but I want to see what happens. Okay, I think this is good, right? We're gonna be throwing to their side. They're not gonna be able to get to us because they're gonna have to route into this group first. We attack here, preventing them from coming forward. We're gonna turn off stand your ground because that's only bad for us. Run forward here with the cab. Nope, run back. They've thought better of it. You guys fall back too. Oh, we're out of skirmishers already. They had like no ammunition. There's still almost twofold units of generals left. Interesting pathfinding. Just fucking stop what you're doing. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna be honest. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking the only play is to leave. I don't see how we beat General Spearmen with what we currently have. If I had like a unit of Principes with his army, I'd be fine. But I don't. I did not know they were spearmen. I thought they were just like dudes with swords, which would have still been tough, but as spearmen, they counter 3/5 of my army. 46 defense, 20 melee attack. Holy shit. I think I'm gonna walk out of this. I don't think that's something I can kill. I don't value this army. I may as well try, right? The question is, what does trying look like? Okay, they're in guard position. We're getting charged by everyone again. I think they've immediately reconsidered. I can't tell. No, they're fighting us. All right, come try to steal the victory. Everyone also get closer in case we do start thinking we can surround them and do something. If we can hold them for 3 minutes off the point, we win. I don't know that we'll be able to do that. They're not dying insanely fast. The thing is, they're not going to rout. Victory seems certain. 81 and 91. They're dying pretty fast. I don't think we're going to hold for 3 minutes. I don't need y'all. General, get on the point. If my cab dies and routes instantly, this will only make it worse, but it should be helpful. All right, good luck, gang. See how it goes. Wait, I think we're just winning. Their king died. Well, their general, rather.
It is time to press
I think that did it. We have a minute left. It doesn't matter if my units live or not. It just matters if we hold them long enough. Fuck. He made it back to the point. My general versus his, then. All right, he's dead. We actually killed them all. My guys didn't rout, despite losing insane unit count. All right. I will fucking take it. I was ready to leave until I realized the army was worthless in the first place. So here's the question. Was that their last city or not? I see an alert. Ah, it's retinue. Captured flag. So there's another one over here somewhere then. Now, obviously, the general's leaving. Good luck holding that, folks. I don't believe you're going to be taking any more territory. Oh, it actually worked. They're so small in population that it was fine. Crazy. Anyway, here's a real god so that you don't get too uppity in the future once you gain population.
Imperator,
and he can come back down to join this army.
joining forces.
Looking like a pretty real army. We're going to conquer some rebels on our way back. I was kind of planning on you not existing. Thought you'd turn into a rebel. Don't have any spies. No, I do have a spy in the neighborhood. Yeah. Where do they live? What's going on here? Oh, wait. Yeah, these guys are crazy. I remember this. I don't know how to explain it without toggling fog of war to show you. All right, they do have Stalia, so that's a spoiler that I shouldn't have known. But like, they're also just over here. They have a second set of territory, which is kind of important. I forgot about that. Also, it's got like really high population in a couple of those cities. Crazy. So, unironically, I'd like to make a diplomat and go ask if they want to accept my apology, because I don't feel like going to conquer all that land. And like, what was that? Hungary? It's so far away.
General.
All right, so all my armies have been used. 1st Legion, 2nd Legion, 3rd Legion, 4th Legion is being built.
Fleet ready.
Actually, this is the 4th Legion. 3rd Legion is being rebuilt.
General.
Everything is moved. I think even the Armenian diplomat has been moved. Yes. But we have $46,000. We're making $10,000 a turn. So for the first time in a long time, I can actually build things. And it seems sensible to me to just drop more shrines in this place because they are furious. They are not having a good time. And generally, that's going to be the plan. Always focus on building happiness buildings in newly conquered territory. Oh, they're not rioting. They were rioting when Carthage had them. They're happy now. I think Utica is also supposed to become a Roman recruitment center. That was the original plan, so I'll start a colony there. Hadrumentum's pretty big, too. What if all of this was recruiting centers? What if you just built colonies in all of this? It's not like they're bad buildings, right? The conversion seems valuable. The tax income does exist. I'm gonna try to convert this into valuable Roman territory in the future. Not that I'm sure I'll hold it at all, and the rest of this can go straight to hell. All right, we've used pretty much all of our money-making infrastructure. We got up to like the southern Italian peninsula, then made something in Capua and Rome. It's like our central Italian territories still need more infrastructure, but we're only just getting back on our feet economically, so it's fine. We're making a diplomat, right? That was really important. I don't want to have to kill every single bit of territory they have because they have so much territory that's so far away. Unsurprised to see a rebellion, but that's honestly not important, especially if the AI forgets to reinforce the city like they did last time. Damn, it's like a rebellion, but better for them. I should have left one person behind. It's fine, though. So Carthage not really doing anything too important. Their stack is next to Carthage, which is alarming, but it doesn't matter. Thugga being sieged doesn't matter to me at all. Oh, Bulla's not actually been reinforced. Well, I guess I'm going to exterminate them again. And the Massiliae are grouping up another stack on top of the one stack that's somewhere on the west already. Civil disorder. I'm not surprised to hear it. Settlement besieged, candidate for adoption, yes, automatically. Coming of age, where do you show up? Rome, what about the other one? Also Rome. We have Titus Sulfus, and we have Tiberius Clepsina. They took Hippo, not a big deal. And we have Titus Nero as well, who showed up in Clopia like an idiot. Hey, is there a governor here who's going to die? You're 61. It's fine. Real quick, let's just exterminate this again since we're able to. Hey, Spy, go forward. Is there a settlement over here? There is. Cool beans. Take it. Spy, is anything else just like in the horizon coming towards us? No, really there's not too much that's sticking around. I don't know where the other Carthaginian stack went, but there's only one here. Let's get this legion finally rebuilt, right?
All ashore.
And also, I know the boat's not going to work there. I've done this so many times. I'm not even sure I can retrain all of this in one go. I'm hoping I can. It's actually too much. It's too much for my economy. Oh, shit. Well, this forum doesn't need to exist. Retraining you guys is minor. That's good enough. I don't need the Legion to be better than that. I would obviously like all of the weapons here to be improved, but I don't actually care. I thought you were both pretty close to happy, but it turns out my strategy was to let them rebel and I forgot, which is pretty funny. And yeah, this is going to come back down, get repaired, and it's going to pick up some rebel settlements on the way. Sadly, the rebels are tough enough that we're going to have to do it one settlement at a time. No way around that. We're going to grab 3 rebel settlements on our way back to Rome before going back into Cisalpine Gaul to try to finish this. Hey, speaking of finishing this, like, what if we didn't? What if we were just friends and everyone was cool?
Be quick. Our patience is limited.
Very demanding. That's good, because my stuff's going to rebel and join your side, and I have to declare war to fix it. But I did want to know how it would go. How's this looking? How much war do I see being prepared here? You know, a good amount. Not a crazy amount, but a good amount. You're getting back on the boat. The elephants and this general are getting back on the boat. We're gonna have to leave someone behind as a garrison, so you are the most fucked up by far of the Principes. And they're good. It was mostly rebels on the left side, but it's also more efficient in terms of, like, spacing to start on the left side. So even though it won't be Carthaginian territory, drop them off here. Come around to the other side. They move forward. I'm just going to use this fleet to scout out where the land is. And this is going to tear through, I think, all of that in one turn. It's going to be fucking crazy. And since this is all relatively small, I might be able to exterminate and leave ungarrisoned on everything. That would be fantastic if I could. This has been handled. That's the 2nd Legion. The 1st Legion's been handled. The 4th Legion's been handled. The 3rd Legion's been handled. 5th Legion's in the process of starting to exist. But what about my Parthian diplomat? He's no longer the Armenian diplomat. It's taken me a while to realize that his name has changed. Damn, what a surprise. He didn't do anything useful. And I think that's it. I have no money with which to build infrastructure, so we're done. Good, perfect. That means I can exterminate them again. And maybe they'll be happier this time. Ah, damn, I can't believe they sieged Bola. I was really looking forward to holding that territory. It was so important to me. Oh shit, they've got elephants. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna win, buddy. Terrifying news, they have real units. That is a lot of movement range that we have in Sardinia. And you've been renamed Quintus the Butcher, huh? Let's get to it. There's more people here than I would like, but most of them are archers, which isn't great, really. For the enemy, I mean. Before I engage, I would love it if I could throw some meat in front of this. If I had money, I could. Holy shit, they're insanely expensive to buy. And they're not very good units either, except for the archers. The archers are just fine archers. They're not particularly good. Let's start over here with this then. Exterminate this, get some money coming in. You're not gonna make me, are you? 42? That's fine. Exterminate. Tear every single thing down. right, you're back up to 7,000 gold, and we're going to take this, set the tax rate to max, and leave immediately. We're going to leave behind 1 unit of terrible javelins. Actually, we can do better. We can leave behind a unit of basically nothing for Principes, right? That's 12 guys. Yeah. We're going to leave behind 12 guys to try to reconquer it in the future. Step out. Where is the next settlement? Is there one on the coast? I'm not seeing one on the coast, but I can make it just barely. Oh, you're someone else? We're gonna loop through the desert then. Apparently this is a dead end. If I hadn't destroyed that port, I could have built a boat, which would not have been wrong. I'm sorry to say it, but I don't care if you're neutral.
Begin the siege.
I need money and you're there. Also, I need a port now, and because I need a port to build a boat, and I'm not here yet. I'm gonna just raise you on my way to Carthage, I guess. Are there any mercs here? Elephants, maybe? Oh, there's trash. To be honest, I kind of want the trash. Yeah, there's a lot of settlement besiege going on. It's fine, I promise. What was my retinue? Military Tribune? Who even cares? We're gonna pull this back a little bit because the area it's in is sort of irrelevant at this point. I'm not that far forward. Instead of sieging Carthage, just wandered south. It's certainly a play. I can't take that away from it. We're going to come here. No, do not do that. I'm so glad it has a pop-up telling me I messed up. We're going to quickly drop a save. And we're going to see if auto-resolve is allowed. 12 deaths. It's allowed. I'm going to occupy here, even though it doesn't make very much money. I hate doing it. We're going to dismantle this, though. Don't need these military buildings. Rebuild those. Shrine to Saturn. Leave behind a unit of 37 Principes and be surprised when they're upset about it. Oh, they're fine. Sick. Let's get to the next rebel settlement of Ancon, which, if the discussions thread on Steam is to be believed, this settlement's really important. I need to get this to a city, or a huge city maybe, to do the Marian reforms. So I really need to conquer this. I believe you need a huge city somewhere other than Ancon, and in Ancon, if that information was correct and up to date. Which was a random post and not like anything about the developer, so it doesn't mean anything. Also, let's exterminate you again. Still not happy. I can't believe it. I mean, if you're not happy no matter what, I'll just put it at very high, right? Over here, in the one that has learned its lesson and is pretending to be okay with things, I'm going to build a sewer. All right, the faction heir is here. He's definitely leading the army. We are bringing every unit of Equites we have, which I believe is just the standard 4. We're bringing every unit of Principes we have, because they're all at full stack, even if they're not all fully upgraded. This is a random Lucanian infantry. It's not going to be sent with this. It would cost me too much time. We have a lot of slots left. We could theoretically bring 6 generals. And that's like the exact number we have sitting around. This army is supposed to be for fighting Doom stacks. And it's a little bit thin for that purpose, but I can replace some Principes on my way down with generals. It's what we've got to do, even if I'm not thrilled about it. How's the ship doing? It's literally just a ship. Right, you're going to circle around. We'll build a ship, actually, at the end, wherever we stop. Yeah, this is going to circle around and get back out. And you're going to come meet them so that you can be safer by having an actual fleet. You come here. Both of you start building Lucanian infantry so that we can start garrisoning things with, you know, something less expensive. We're currently garrisoning them with pure gold in the form of Principes. So I can get the basic Lucanian spearmen and the Sardinian archers, and I think that's absolutely worth it. We check the auto-resolve. Oh, only 66 men? That's really solid. I almost feel like cheating for accepting that one. That's crazy. We're exterminating all of it. We don't even want to leave garrisons if we can avoid it. So, like, can we avoid it? How are you doing about that? He's fine. Perfect. You don't need this building, though. That building's a lie. What you need is a good old-fashioned shrine to Saturn and to repair all your garbage. Next settlement makes me feel like I'm wasting my time with these elephants because there's just nothing here. Check if auto-resolve works. I lose 84 men, which is a little bit more than I'm comfortable with. It depends on what they're lost from. We lost some archers. We lost an elephant. I think on the whole, it's fine. Start walking this way. Oh, you're there already. 1 second. Maintain siege. I wanted to see how they were doing. They're okay. They're not thrilled to be alive or anything. There's no buildings there. It's happening again. We're going to assault this. Check auto-resolve. 162. Unacceptable. That's way too many. This soundtrack is absolute fire. I love this. I don't know if it's on the base game and I just didn't know about it, or if it's on the mod, but I really enjoy this one. So I'm gonna let this play for a second while the elephants tear down the walls. Normally I edit this out, but I love the music here. Oh, it's gone. Never mind. They have a couple units of Libyan light infantry, spearmen, say Catrati infantry, however that's pronounced. If they just want to keep running back and forth in range of these archers, I'm gonna let it play until they're all dead, because it's not a great plan. Move the Principes up. Okay, I think the Principes will grab them the next time they're through if they make the lap again, because it's not gonna be pretty for them.
Capture this place.
Cavalry!
I'm gonna run the elephants in on the left side. Yeah, that unit's just dead. That was pretty solid.
Infantry!
The archers have been unpositioned a little bit by the elephants, I guess I could say.
Units!
Hey, Principe, so they're just gonna sit over there on that side. You wanna come take the city? The game doesn't like this road. It doesn't display well on top of it for some reason. It looks like it's part of a building, actually, which would explain why it's so fucky. Alright, good luck, guys. I'm sorry, I'm just you, but tremendously better. Alright, everyone. I'm gonna let you grind it out because I think you've got this. Yeah, it looks real bad for them. I'm not really noticing too many red numbers down here. Principes might be a bitch and a half to retrain. Serious logistical issue. Really should be sitting garrisons, all that stuff. But there's a reason I chose to build them. They're kinda nuts. Alright, I eventually control 8 and told everyone to attack because I was getting impatient, but we're done. 60 deaths is still more than I would like, but it's also a steamroll. They had like a couple real units that didn't want to get off the point. I could have done it better, but I'm seriously impatient with this war because I know they're going right back to Rome to be retrained anyway once I'm done. So losses are sort of unimportant. As far as I'm concerned, that's just a cheaper maintenance period. And once again, immediate extermination. There's no way we do anything else. Destroy all the military buildings. The mercs are a bit slow, but everyone else can make it out of the city this turn, and they're going to. They're not a big fan of that, but it looks like they're able to survive. Drop a shrine, just like I've done in all the other ones. Well, you didn't drop a shrine. You can't even do that yet. You're so barbaric. But there should be 3 Carthaginian settlements left along this coastline that will sweep through next turn before building a boat and getting out of here. These settlements, and this settlement does have a port. I just missed it. I'm going to have you build a boat now. I think I'm going to need that in the near future.
Ready to sail! Ready to sail!
So that's the first legion done. The second legion is over here. They started this that turn. The third legion is up top. Fourth legion is in the boats. We handled that. Third legion started the siege. Fifth legion is just the production of garrison units to eventually unfuck our logistics. Parthian diplomat has places to be. Probably Parthia.
Honor.
It's interesting that you randomly decided to go there to Armenia. Cool idea, but no thank you. I got 7,000. Do I want to hold that for infrastructure next turn, or do I want to spend it now? What would I be using it for? I'm going to queue up Lucanian infantry in both of these places for the next 3 turns. Now, so that I can't possibly not have the money to do it. It's critically important that I do that. And normally I do more in Rome because they're meeting there to be retrained, but these are just garrison units. So the boat can come down, grab them, come down, grab them. In fact, I want more units being made in Capua. What I'll do is I'll even queue the boat in Rome. No, that's inefficient. I'll queue the boat here when it's time. And that's everything for this turn. Oh shit, it's not always empty. Sometimes it's a full and fucking half stack. There we go, it's not abusable, good. Anyway, good job going for Hadrumental, man. It'd sure be a shame if you went for Carthage or anyone that actually mattered. My economy's not doing the best right now, but I mean, it's always been a bit of a ping pong battle with the way this goes. Oh, they sallied forth. I'd sally forth if I had 3 chevron elephants too, god damn. Maybe we leave. Oh, and they have a reinforcement army. You can go, you can leave.
Lift the siege!
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I was really hoping you'd take more than 1 step away and instantly get into the same fight. That's kind of bad news. All right, let's see it. All right, let's see where they're at and what we can do. All right, we got everyone running forward. I know there's a way to see where everyone's queued to, but for the life of me, can't remember what button it is. Numidia missile cavalry. cut here. We're going to take this charge now. Try to deal with that before it actually gets involved. We need missiles going into these elephants before they connect. That's kind of important. Go here instead. Cut off. Back off. This line needs to be moved forward since everyone else is so much further ahead. The elephants are going to be a tremendous problem. Aim at the elephants, please. They're the ones that need to go down. Fall back. You don't want to be a part of this. Like, substantially back. All right, Javelin Men, I'm sorry. You are a sacrifice to the elephants. All right, the elephants didn't like that. That was a really good first volley. It turns out in RTR, if you just throw elephants at huge numbers of javelins, they fucking die. That is a balance change that makes sense. I'm so glad to see it. Holy shit. All right, you guys can probably fall back and not just die to their shit. And we can attack the archers here. My Royal Cav versus theirs, my Numidian Cavalry versus their archers. All of that seems like it's probably to my benefit. This guy's probably got better training than theirs does, right? Right? Totally. That would make sense. All right, they managed to rout that. How's this going? 4 left. Going great. Come down here and attack that. What's happening here? I'm not really sure. This general is still not dead. That's fine. We can live with that. These archers should shake and shatter pretty quickly.
Gods be praised.
Always terrified it's mine when my general's fighting theirs.
Fear makes a home in our enemies' hearts.
What's happening down here, by the way? Pull this way. Because they're clearly up to no good. The Numidian cavalry are actually just getting fucked up in melee by the archers. It's kind of sad to watch. Okay, good. Unfortunately, these archers did stop being broken. We're going to run that down to make sure the same thing doesn't happen again. Switch to the Numidian cavalry. That's broken. Fall back. You're both pretty tired at this point. Continue to rotate around because I don't know what they're doing. How are we doing on javelin count? Actually, fantastically. Right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to send that unit in, and we're going to just block them off here. All right, this was a fantastic fight so far. I've been doing really, really well. They should shatter immediately. Hey, Principes, form up again? Are you on skirmish? What's going on? Get back here. And we're going to run that down here. Get what's left of my cavalry positions. Scipio is just not interested in dying, apparently, because by all accounts, I made a terrible play starting this fight, but it looks like it's working for us. Archers, light infantry, cavalry, archers. Pull this way. They're going to stall this out if they're given the choice, so I'm not going to let them. I'm not just going to sit here at max range and let them do whatever they want. That'll be terrible. Get to here. Looks like their general's trying to fight mine, so I'm going to pull back so it's just us versus them. Actually, that's not a proper general. I was incorrect about what type of army that was. All right, these are going to be catastrophically bad for them. They're taking the full might of all of this. Charge in. Pylons are going to be exhausted relatively soon. So how are they doing? Down to 32 and 66. No, attack the archers. I don't care about anything else. You guys run in. You guys run in. Charge in. You can come here. Archers just run forward. You're kind of only making it worse. Oh, that's not good.
Caused his troops much heartache.
Well, there goes Scipio. I guess he is about to stop. I don't think the Principes are going to rout her about it or anything, but I guess he was too tired when I did the charge. Or I'm really unlucky. Like, I was charging archers and he went down in the charge. It was kind of sad. It's fine, though. Everyone else come forward. This is still, I think, a stack wipe on this, unless that's a general walking away.
Units! Units, double time!
The enemy
Gonna let them shoot as much as they can before this ends.
They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men.
Got like 3 more volleys off, nothing major. So, losing the general fucking sucks. That's really bad. This army's officially done, I think.
Rome demands victory from her generals.
But we did only
And this
lose
way is
200 and we wiped out
clearly
a
our
frankly
victory.
superior army. Yeah, Principes are pretty nuts and elephants got nerfed. Maybe it wasn't a superior army. So, was it a stack wipe? No. And I've lost my siege as well. That sucks. Oh yeah, you want to... Oh, you're not allowed to withdraw? Well, you want to die then.
Disengage!
Somehow you didn't get stack wiped. That's fairly impressive. There's gonna be a fairly big battle with the boy now that they've gotten that free stack from the riot. Yeah, that's just gonna be a bunch of dead dudes. There's nothing I can do about that one. But ultimately, it should be fine. This is the same thing that's happening in Carthage, where there's just too much going on. This time, instead of because I underestimated it, it's because I found out that you can't just let them keep rioting. There's like a 1 in 5 chance, it seems. They riot and come up with a stack out of nowhere. Oh, someone else died. My diplomat, no, he never made it to Armenia. He made it to like everywhere else, though. The governor of Rome is dead. That sucks, but it's fine. Scipio is also dead. A lot of people dying that turn. Obviously, that was fucking terrible because it generated like 1,000 troops from my enemies. I'll take this. I need generals, although I also need money, so maybe it was the wrong call. And let's handle a couple of easy battles, I think. Let's see if we're allowed to auto-resolve this, because I strongly suspect we are. Lost 42 men. Yeah.
Victory and
Now, because this triggers the Marian reforms, even though I desperately want to do the other two, I'm not going to. I have Gallica send its men here, because I'm willing to bet Gallica, being a long-term settlement, can just not be garrisoned and they'll be fine. We take everyone here except for the spearmen. Move to the next settlement.
prepare for battle. Begin the siege.
Ladders are my jam.
Settlement, sir.
You're not happy at all, but that's understandable. Shrine to Saturn won't be enough to fix it, unfortunately. Sadly, I think all I can do is just wait to build the other shrines, which is not a plan. In fact, it's literally not a plan. They're too small to have multiple religions. Damn. I'm gonna have the units in Aeterna start heading north to Ancon to become garrisons. They'll be fine without them, and that'll sort it out. And here it's time to start going through Carthage. I guess we'll start here.
Prepare for battle. Begin the siege.
Assault immediately. Let's see if we're being forced to fight these or not. Auto-resolve, lost 42 men. As long as it's not the elephants, we lost 2 more people on the elephants.
Victory and glory.
It's fine. Take the extermination.
Land is
Leave behind 18 Principes. And I guess also Servia Scipio.
march.
Obviously, they're not happy. Let's see if we can fix it. We're currently looking at 835 happiness, which is not the number you're really wanting to see. We can bring down this garrison. 75. This place is also happy, just barely. They're gonna have to stay behind. Come to the next settlements.
Begin the siege.
It's just Hanno the Lewd. Great nickname. If ever there was an auto-resolve to be given a 0-death victory on, I'll take it.
Victory and
Exterminate,
glory.
destroy their trash, repair their walls, give them a good god. They're still furious. Oh, but wait a second. This coastline's this place. I own all of Corsica Sardinia now, and there's not an army on that boat. So what I want to do is send a boat to here to pick them up. This comes down. The rest of the fleet joins up to make them safer. This army leaves behind that, I think.
March.
Yeah, they fucking hate that. Does my faction leader have to stay here to keep them happy? Is that the best thing to do?
The troops. Ambush in
That's not enough.
Imperator. Sir, General.
I'm gonna put 2 proper Principes in here. Take the shattered one out. Walk them over here. Bring the boat down. Bringing the boat down can get it killed.
Ready to sail.
It probably won't get it killed.
Sail. General.
This boat is already filled.
General.
I think I want to bring most of this down, except for the Equites. So these boats might cut left. The Equites and the broken unit go back to Rome. The rest of it joins in with the previous legion. I think the first legion's officially being dismantled and integrated entirely into other legions at this point. And our previous 5th Legion is going to be reforming the 1st Legion eventually when our general is able to leave here with these units. Until then, that's the Sardinian police force. So that's you handled. This has already been done this turn. This is a tragedy. This really should still be going, but I've lost the siege and the general that was in charge of it all. The question's really, do I think I can get this to work and take land and get a man of the hour? Do I keep going for Carthage? I feel like there's nothing else I can do with this. So that's the only use it has.
Your Honor.
So I'm gonna keep this by walking ahead of them. Yeah, just randomly rioting, of course they are. If I drop this to low, I was never gonna be happy. That's what I thought. And we've also moved the Legion that's just in a fleet already. We're gathering up a great big pile of just garrison units to rebuild a Legion in the near future. We have 2 turns left, so we want to build a boat this turn, move it next turn. And I've been going for quite a while, so that'll be everything for this episode. For now, I'm done. I'm rather incoherent. This has been Rome Total Realism Imperium Surrectum. Shout out to the mod team for making such an incredible mod. Thank you for watching. Thank you to my one Patreon supporter, Jeffrey B. And I'll see all of you in the next one.